Minecraft, finally with ladders. Indeed, I am going to use ladders a little bit today. In today's episode, it's kind of broken into two parts. The first part is just a bunch of different cuts of I was doing some spelunking and some working on the sky rail, and unfortunately there isn't really a story and it doesn't kind of flow all together, but just a few interesting bits. But then in the second part, we are going to work on an awesome build that I've been wanting to do for a while, and so it's going to turn out really cool. And so let's go ahead and get started. It's a little bit of a shorter video today. So I feel somewhat safe. Got any more iron up here? Hello, I'm looking for iron. Okay. Yeah, I'm still not sure if there's something up there, so I better take a look, because when enemies fall on Brian's head, Brian reacts badly, as we've seen in many a video. Aha, there is something up here. Alright, glad I'm coming up here. And iron! Hooray! Iron, 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 iron for my sky rail. And I hear bad guys again. Hello. This time. How did that... Did you see that? It was like arrows got stuck in his body. Now, admittedly, I think enemies can only take a certain amount of damage. Or sorry, like take damage like only once per second or, you know, something along those lines. And so maybe that's what was just happening, but I don't know that I've ever actually kind of witnessed, after them taking damage, then the arrow just kind of like sticking in the bad guy like that. Alright, and so it seems like this is a dead end, and so that is happy. I don't see any more resources over here, and so that is sad. But we can mark it as a dead end, so we don't have to come back here. How am I doing on coal? I think I have tons of coal. Yeah, I have a full stack on me right now, so I'm not going to bother. And there was iron somewhere. Yes, it was right here. Great. Okay, it took me a bit of time in order to find a safe way all the way down to the bottom, but I believe I have. So there's something up here that I'll have to take a look at too. But real quick, as I was trying to carve a staircase, basically to get down here, it was quite a steep drop, but I managed to find a way down. And now, it looks like I need to go back up a little bit, but that's okay, because we have new areas to explore. I see gold! Alright, and that's good, so it also tells me that I'm down at least low enough for gold. I don't actually need gold a whole lot right now, but I will come back and get that. Looks like right now. Although I hear bad guys over in this direction, and so we'll come back and get them in just a moment. Oh, and I hear bad guys over here now, too. Oh, I hear sounds of walking on the surface, it sounded like. Because I heard sound of walking on grass. Ah! Oh my gosh! Whenever I jump, I always move the mouse in such a direction that I'm looking at the ceiling or looking at the floor or looking in some awful direction that I can't tell what's going on anymore. I need to get out of that habit, because it makes it very hard to figure out what's going on when I get hit by a skeleton randomly. Alright, so I think I will go back in that direction that I just heard the skeleton, but first of all, let's eat some food. Oh, my armor's starting to get low again. I'm not going to make any more iron armor, because iron is going to the sky rail. So I'm just going to have to get better at fighting. Alright. He must be right over there. There he is, I see him now. I wonder if I can hit him with my bow and arrow from here. There we go. And I see a creeper. Hello, creeper. And I hear another skeleton. Haven't seen him yet. There he is. Oh my gosh, bunch of skeletons. Whew. Alright, that could have gone much worse. Ooh, that could have gone badly too. Ah! Arrows falling everywhere. Alright, let's light up a little bit more. Oh, hooray, I got a bunch more arrows from killing those skeletons. So that I feel a little bit safer. And then I'll come back and get that iron. Okay, more skeletons. Darn, darn, darn. Well, the good news is... Oh, crap, 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 crap! Alright, that was not the smartest way to attack or fail to attack them. But I'm still alive. That's what matters, right? So long as we have our health. Ooh, there's a bunch of iron here. That makes Brian happy. Let's continue exploring. Oh, crap. Alright, he is on the left-hand side. Him I can take out with the sword. There we go. And I see more iron. Just what I want. I'll come back for it in a minute. Alright, so I'm near the surface, and enemies are dying, but there's also sandstone. And so I'm worried. I don't know exactly where I am. My compass is pointing over here. There's an outside chance that I'll come up underneath the beach under my house. And that's always the danger of building your house on top of sand. But I think I will just go ahead and try going up here and see what happens. Alright, well I can see the surface, and I think I will just build myself a cobblestone way back up. Oh, my goodness, I'm nowhere near my house. Interesting. I'm way over here. How crazy. Okay, well that's actually handy. Can bring some inventory back to the house, and then go back to the dungeon we found over there and get the rest of the inventory that I left in the dungeon chest and bring that back to the house. Alright, I've got a couple more stacks of rails after my recent success getting some iron, so let's go add some more rails to the sky rail. Hello, creeper. Goodbye. Aha! Ooh, and I want to take some dirt and ladders to build another way back up to the sky rail. Alright, I'm going to try the dangerous process of adding ladders from the top. Once again. Wish me luck. Oh, crap, crap! Oh, wow. That is actually pretty cool. It never occurred to me that you could do that. Kind of fall, and then just place a ladder. Fall, and then place a ladder. Oops, okay. It's not all roses. But that's okay, I didn't take that much fall damage. I'm sure I damaged my armor a bit that it really doesn't need right now. But, yeah, my armor's not in great shape. That's very sad. Alright, but I have some rails to add to the sky rail. We'll see how far we get. Okay, I decided that I wanted to work on the ice house. And the first level is still freezing, but I see like that this is freezing over, like just as I've been walking over here and watching it. And so I expect it will not take long. And so the other thing I'm going to need, I didn't even look to see, yes, I have a bit of dirt that I will need for the molds in order to start building the next level. And so I'm going to start building a mold, and I will see you guys in a little bit. And I also want to just kind of experiment with kind of the ice physics along the way. They say a watched pot never boils. The question is, will a watched ice block never freeze? And what are the rules about it? Is it whether or not you're in an icy biome? Does it just water that's next to ice? I'll have to try to find the edge of the biome and do some experiments kind of right over there at some point as well. I'm going to let that one be for a moment, and then I also just want to walk over here where there's also some ice and just like see, is this continuing to freeze over? Like the fact that there's this one whole row here that is not frozen makes me wonder if there's like some biome boundary or something going on here. I don't really know. Okay, so it's the next day, the next morning, and that one did freeze up. And this one is still going. Once again, I don't know if being next to open air like matters or not or something, but I'm going to go ahead and open that up for the moment. But now I can start doing the next level. And we talked about this before, back when we were originally building the ice house. But basically the way that water flows work is you can create source blocks every time kind of like two water flows flow together. And so if I have a source block here and a source block here, they flow together and make this a source block, which then I can then use to refill my buckets, etc., etc., etc. Alright, and so I've completed the second level, and I already see bits of it starting to freeze over. And so, as that starts to freeze, I'm going to go ahead and build the third level of the mold. And, oops, at some point my torch that I had right in the center here disappeared. Basically, I placed a torch in the center. Oops, now I don't have a way to get out. I'd placed a torch in the center because I was using it to melt the snow around the torch to figure out how much range the torch had in terms of melting snow and ice. And so that is the one thing you have to be careful about with an ice house. Pretty much, I think all light sources, even glowstone, give off heat, and the heat would melt the ice. And so basically I had to have the ice walls far enough away from the torch such that it wasn't going to melt. And so that's the reason I'm building this big ice cube as a cube that's this big, basically to keep it away from the torch. And so I can just afford to have one torch as a light source that's kind of right in the center. And then, yeah, that's it. And I think now that the ice is frozen, if I'm very careful, I can go ahead and take out the bottom layer of molding. Over here, I find this really curious still that there's this one band that doesn't have anything frozen over, and so I don't know what the story is there. If anyone understands the ice physics well enough to explain this phenomenon, please let me know. So the ice house is over here, and then I just discovered that there appear to be entrances to cave systems right over here that I was not aware of. And so, yeah, after we finish this today, I think I'm going to go exploring there in order to go spelunking for some more iron for the Skyrail. Okay, I still have a couple little bits that are freezing, but tell me, how awesome is this? How awesome is it to see the sunset over the Skyrail from inside a cube of ice? That is pretty cool. I like that a whole lot. I'm still not willing to sleep here for the night yet, but maybe that'll come in another day or two. For now, I'm going to go back to a nearby shelter and sleep there for the night, but that looks just really cool. I like it a lot. And then this hasn't refrozen again. Like I don't understand the physics that's going on here. Let me go ahead and get rid of this leftover scaffolding that I don't need anymore. And I guess I'll leave the walkway up to the roof in case I need it for some reason. Cool.